What's brackin', guys? Welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of my FC Cincinnati career mode. Thank you everyone who's been watching along so far. I know most of you people on my channel have always been about the growth test, but despite that, this really has been one of my favorite career modes I've done so far, just favorite kind of series I've done in a while, because I just didn't enjoy growth test that much. I'm sorry, I may do some in the future, but for now, I'm really enjoying moving along in this series. You can see some of the players here. Of course, we have the young Mexican goalkeeper at the Youth Academy, Granero. I'm really looking forward to using. We have quite a few good, honestly good youth players we got. I just like the type of team we've built in general. Just kind of flipping through the players here really quickly. If you want to see me look at the players again, you can do that in the previous episode, honestly. We'll do that maybe a little bit more later, but you can see Soto getting up to 67 in the training level, Smith up to 68. So like I said before in the previous episode, I really want those two to be kind of fixtures in the series now, along with Farfan, as those are players who I did bring in with the intention of having them start eventually. So you see Maddox, who was really just kind of a club hero in the first season, he's going to be benched. Then Garza will sit for Farfan. It's looking at, but a couple of offers accepted for McCabe and Stanko. Then Van der Werf, who was the starting center back last year, being signed by Sheffield United. He's going to go over to England as they did pay for the release clause. And we'll see that I think pretty much all these transfer offers that I accepted or that were activated, the clauses that were activated did lead to successful transfers. You see Stanko sold, Van der Werf sold, McCabe sold. So you have a bit of money if you do want to maybe go in for a big mid-season signing in the June transfer window. We could definitely do that. I think that's certainly a possibility, but I do like the players we have at the moment. And another player sold here, Haig, as his release clause was paid for. So pretty much getting a lot of the extra players we aren't really planning to use out of the squad now, so that's good, as we do have some nice quality youth players also kind of sitting on the bench that we'll take a look at further on into this season in career mode. But Smith up to 69 now, nice. So some good growth to him. Farfan as well as Soto, Cruz and Maya are getting close to that 70. Actually, Cruz has hit the 70 now, I'm guessing without training, but now Smith hitting the 70 overall. Of course, Cruz is there. Farfan is growing quite a bit, trying to get Bertone above the 70. He was a really good player when it comes to his goal scoring ability last season. We'll see if he can keep that up. But the first lineup of the season we'll see shortly. Of course, Soto up top, like I told you before, is going to be moving in there. Farfan in that left back spot, and Smith, the young Canadian center back, will be slotting in to that position. So I really think it's probably going to be the last season of this career mode. I know it isn't like super watched. I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying it myself, and I feel like posting it. It was always the intention of this channel. I think maybe I kind of strayed away from things, started doing things I didn't actually genuinely enjoy, and maybe just looking for a paycheck in some ways. And I think that's what really kind of brought the fun out of YouTube for me. So I'm gonna do things I enjoy. I don't care if there's like 10 people watching, but as long as you like what you're seeing, I get views, I get likes, I'll keep on doing it. I think that's the plan. I think we'll have some content with some Five Nights at Freddy's, some other games like that. I did kind of enjoy that little Outlast video I posted in the face review. It did do fairly well compared to some other videos, so that may be something that happens. But taking a look at the lineup here again, Soto up top, Cruz sitting behind him, Manea on the left wing, Green on the right, Amaya and Bertone sitting essentially the kind of the deeper options for Farfan, Waston, Smith, Powell, and Granero. So we've got, two Youth Academy products, then 2 signings that I made at the beginning of last season with intention of kind of developing them for a season or two and getting them, good enough to step in that starting lineup. So some good bit of play, nice little turn from Amaya. I'm really enjoying using him. And the ball just feels like it sticks to his feet. You saw in that little animation right there. But now the ball back to Farfan, back here to Amaya, playing the ball very nicely. Good patience from the side. Bertone now playing the ball through to Soto. A great run, and he finishes that chance near post. That's exactly what we brought him in for. He has really good finishing, but he doesn't have the physical ability of Maddox. That finishing, though, obviously is going to come in handy, and it shows immediately. Making a very good run, a great ball from Bertone, good ball control also, and then finishing that near post. So perfect little sequence right there, showing exactly what you can do. Just some good positioning also. His attack positioning is very good. I think for like a 69 overall or something, he has like 74 finishing, and you gotta love to see that. Soto being rewarded for his rewarding, I'd say cheek clapper more so, with his trust in him with a goal here to start out. So now Soto again, some very good hold-up play, doing a good job holding that ball up. Now Bertone playing the ball to Cruz, going to turn right here really quickly, going to hit the ball right at the goalkeeper. However, that was a very good turn from Cruz. He's been very dangerous for us. A great through ball in. He's going to play the ball back around a little bit. Smith not doing his best clearance-wise, but a big save from Granero. So the one Youth Academy player from Mexico making up for his Youth Academy teammate, Anna Smith from Canada. Love to see that North American connection, baby. As well as we played over top to Savarino. Of course, Savarino is a very good player. Farfan's going to get beat near post. It looks like I was going to go in for a second, but a great block from Walston. Despite it being offside, I just want to showcase that block. It's very solid. Now playing out the back, as Cheek Clapper usually tends to do with his sides, as Bertone's going to push up a little bit, go back, lost the ball for a second, but he's going to do a good job setting the tone here in the midfield. Cruz back to Maya is going to push forward, run the defense a little bit. He's going to play this ball back out wide to Mane. Of course, has tons of pace and agility. Look for that cut back to Maya, back to Cruz, and hits that near post to go up 2-0. That was a beautiful sequence, so I kind of just showcased the entirety of it because I love the way it played out of the back, just the connection between the midfielders also in general. Some great total football in the end that really was hitting that near post with a very good finish also was Cruz, our number 10. So I just love the way we've built this team up. I think, obviously, it would be nicer if games in general were more difficult in career mode, but that's nothing I can really do myself unless, once I get the new title update, I'll probably implement sliders into some career modes here and there, is what I'm thinking. But I do think I might do a Norwich City career mode is what I'm thinking next. Especially since now they have player faces and all that. I have to think about that. But now, Cruz back in the middle here to Amaya, playing the ball back around to Soto. Going to do some good hold-up play up top. Cruz getting the ball back. Going to wait for the run of Bertone. Now going to try to play the ball through to Soto. A very good turn. He's going to hit that near post just off the post right there this time. That was a good shot in the end, though. I love that run from Soto again. Even though he doesn't have the best... Obviously he's not pacey, but because of his attack positioning, I feel like he just makes really good runs. So he's that ideal kind of poacher type of number 9. It's how he's always been really in his youth, his career so far with the youth national teams and kind of the youth side at Hanover. So I'm glad to see him performing well for us. Obviously invested in him to have him be our future starter and kind of maybe eventually can move on, go back to Europe, was I was thinking here with him. So nice to see a good victory in the first match of the season as we move along here. Take a look at some of the player training. So we'll continue to improve Smith. Farfan Soto is the plan. Attack position up to 67 for Soto now, looks like. So that's good to see that. And finishing to the 75. Even before I started training him, he had pretty high finishing in general. So that's something that was really nice to see. So I keep on saying really too much. I'm sorry, but it's been a while since I've recorded any videos. This is Thanksgiving Day. I'm just sitting here alone with peace and quiet because I've been working a lot. So it's nice, though, to be talking to YouTube, talking to you guys. But right at the back, you saw kind of the one-touch play. Nearly got that ball through. That's kind of the story of these first couple events here in this matchup. Just missing some of the final passes. He's still with a good job turning, trying to play that ball through, but just cannot get that underneath his legs. So pretty close to getting a chance or a half chance there. Good defending, though, from Farfan here, showing his strength, playing a good ball to outlet this to Cruz, who's going to run at the defense. Mane is going to utilize that pace. We'll see him just play those big touches, see what he can do with it right here. Try to finish this one. Not the best finish, though. Cruz is going to try to play this one back in. Oh, nearly worked out. Mane could just could not get to that one. Could have maybe played that cross to Soto back post or something. Now Bertone with a great ball here to Mane. And again, his shot is blocked. So Mane not having the best luck in front of goal right now. Just maybe not the best composure. But nonetheless, we get the ball back here to Cruz. Going to play the ball Bertone. Played back out wide to Farfan. He's going to probably go up a bit more, I think, Farfan. He's pretty agile. He's not super pacey, but in this tight space, he's pretty good. Cruz with a great big touch at the ball from Bertone. Back to Mane. It's going to hit the ball around again. Mane, 3 chances in front of net that he has not been able to take now. We'll move on to the second half as Farfan's going to push forward again. do a great little cutback there. You can see how good he is on the ball and how agile he is. Now Mane into some space, going to wait for that sweat, and here goes Cruz, just going to reach his foot out. I thought that was going to fall to Soto, but Cruz ended up kind of stealing that one, I thought. But nonetheless, Mane gets an assist. He was in good positions before, but obviously had no luck, so I guess maybe grabbing those assists is kind of the way to go for him. But a very good goal in the end. Mane utilizing that pace. Obviously, he's pretty OP in that sense as we grab a goal to finally go up 1-0. Obviously, I think we really deserved that one. We had the chances. Was really nothing threatening from the Revolution yet. But we'll see if we can try to expand this lead here late into the second half, or if New England can get back in this one and grab an equalizer. So right off the kickoff, it looks like we're going to be pushing pretty hard for a goal. Ball back to Caldwell. He's been playing with the Revolution for a long time, it seems like. He's been an MLS player for quite a bit. Now Jones, I don't know if that's Jovan Jones, but either way, Powell wins the ball right here. Going to play the ball to Green. He's going to try to push forward on this counter attack. We've got some numbers going forward. It was pretty much like a 3v4 for a second, but couldn't find the good pass. Not very good runs for some players. Now Berton to Amaya is going to hit that first time, and that's going in the back of the net. What a hit from Amaya. The center mids really doing a good job connecting here. I love the connection between those three midfielders in Amaya, Cruz, and Berton. It really showed last season at a lot of points. I think Amaya has been a fun story for me because I've always enjoyed his career, watching him with the U20s or the US U20s in qualification for the World Cup. I thought he's a really good player. He has an engine. He can win the ball quite a bit. He's pretty creative. So I hope the best for him in his career in real life, obviously. But now I tried to offside trap here. Not the best timing of that. As you can see, Gustavo Wu, a wonderful striker, really. It was a great get for the Revolution, in my opinion. So he's always been pretty good in South America, and he will take advantage of that chance as he usually does. Now the ball played here to Park, one of the youth academy players. We brought in Green with some good hold-up play. Just gets destroyed right there, but Berton's going to find that ball, pick it up, push it out wide to Farfan, who's going to look back in the midfield to Park, back to Berton, who's going to push forward. He's going to play the ball back to Soto, to Green, and he's going to finish that. A beautiful combination play as it'll wrap up the game in the 90th minute. A nice goal, insurance goal, so we're not too much on our heels having to defend those last few minutes. But Green is doing a good job finding some more chances. I think he looks to be a lot more clinical. Kind of the end of the last season, going into the season, he wasn't really scoring or assisting too much, but I think he's definitely gonna have a good season this year. He obviously came mid transfer window. He's probably pretty tired joining in the summer after a full European season, so I think that might have had something to do with it. But a 3-1 victory with goals from Cruz, Amaya, and Green. Some of our lovely players combining to make things happen. As you can see, more training here. Powell finally up to the 70. Soto up to 69. Nice. I thought he was a lot higher before, but again, the idea is to kind of get these players at least above that 70. I think that's kind of probably the level of a good MLS team, as if we want to be try to realistic, have some decent progression. As we'll now be playing Atlanta United. They definitely have changed their team quite a bit in these first two seasons. So I've noticed is like MLS becomes kind of a feeder league to the European league. So a lot of good MLS players end up getting sold to Europe, is what I've noticed so far in this career mode. Just kind of, I guess it kind of makes sense. I think that's what MLS should try to be in real life. But pretty much the same lineup as before. Powell, Smith, Waston, Farfan, Berton, Amaya, Green, Mane, Cruz, and Soto. And of course, I think this is a good solid team. We have some pace on the bench in Joe Zhao, who wasn't too bad when he played early on the season until Julian Green came over and pretty much took his spot. But we'll take a look at the lineup for Atlanta United. Also, they've got quite a few familiar faces here and there. Of course, Guzan, Parkhurst, Escobar, Robinson, Gressel, Remedi, Nagby, Barco, Gonzalo Martinez. Now, Mete and Christian Coleman, I believe he used to play for FC Dallas, so they've lost, obviously, Martinez. I think he usually does go to England or something, or somewhere in Europe, so that makes sense, I guess. Now, the ball played back here to Cruz in the 7th minute, and Berton trying to win this ball back to Amaya. He's going to have a go, a good touch, just over the bar. Looked like it might have been going in, but unfortunately, it wasn't. As the ball is being switched here to Mane. I think this 3-back formation they're using was really vulnerable also, as they're going to come back in here, play the ball back up to Soto, back to Amaya, but nothing comes out from that. Now Cruz can get the ball back to Amaya. Good little turn. As usual, Soto going to try to have a go quickly, but unfortunately that goes right into the hands of Brad Guzan. Just had a little snapshot right there. Thought he could maybe surprise the goalkeeper, but probably a bit of a tight angle. Bertone doing a good job winning this header. Amaya shows his work rate running to get that one. Good job retaining the ball from the side as Bertone's going to kind of use his agility a little bit right there. Back to Soto, back to Green, and he's going to hit that one into the back of the net first time. So Green scoring that one on his former national team teammates, and that was a wonderful goal from Green in the end. He's getting those good spots, making some better runs, I'd say, going forward, and I think he's definitely being rewarded with his good play with some of these goals and assists he's got. So 2 goals so far in the season, 3 games. We probably will be doing a lot of simming in the series because, again, the game isn't super challenging when I'm playing. But nonetheless, nearly give up a big goal, but Garnetto does a great job. He just timed that perfectly. He recognized that through ball, came out and stopped it. So now we can try to play a little bit on possession. It's a good ball from Smith. Very good pass, actually. And some nice vision from the youngster as the ball is being played back to Mane. He's going to get into some space here back out on that wing. His pace is just ridiculous. Look for the ball across. Actually going to go back to Cruz. Going to showcase some of his agility and beat Guzan near post. Interesting goalkeeping made from Guzan there, but Mane does a good job finding his teammate Cruz, who's going to hit that one first post after a little bit of kind of dancing around. So a good goal from Cruz again. It was his third of the season. Oh man, yeah, Cruz does a really good job getting forward. Soto, of course, has been finishing his chances. So like usual, we're just kind of sharing the wealth when it comes to the goals. Now a great ball from Soto to play Mane into some space. He's going to look for the cutback back to Soto. Just hits the post. Very unlucky right there, hitting that first time. They're going to try to grab another goal. Regardless, back to Mane. He's going to have Bertone with some space in front of the box. He's going to have a go, and he's going to bang that. It's going to rattle off the post and in. It was a ridiculous long shot from him. The man scored like 11 goals or something last season. He really had a wonderful season at center mid, scoring quite a bit. So you like to see that. You love to see it. That is a great opportunity that he takes and puts that off the post and in to make things 3-0. So yeah, definitely probably going to sim quite a bit in the series. Though that's the thing in general with the playoffs in MLS. It makes the regular season games kind of pointless in my opinion. So that's something to be aware of when it comes to doing a MLS career mode. You probably want to sim quite a bit just because it makes sense for you, in all honesty. I think if you're going to have playoffs, you probably should have less games personally. As Park, again, a youngster from the Youth Academy, I think he's an exciting prospect, is going to try to get this goal. Unfortunately, the other player gets to it first, so it's going to be an own goal in the end. But regardless, he gets himself into a good spot. Bertone does a nice job creating, and we will go up 4-0 and pretty much win the game from there. As not the most exciting games as far as receiving a challenge goes, but I also think playing a 3-back is probably pretty easy to go up against, in my opinion, just because the defensive AI is already pretty bad. I think it really exposes some of the issues, but 8 shots, 3 on target, so clearly dominated the game there. As we'll get into some simming now, I believe, we'll sim like 10 games, honestly, because it's a lot. So I think that's probably the plan. We'll play like 3 or 4 an episode, and then like sim 9 or 10 and try to push forward through the season. So 2-2 draw against New York, who did beat us in the playoffs in the previous season. Obviously, we beat New England early on this season. This game is at home, so it looks like we could grab points. 3-1 victory in the end. That was. They have interesting player. There's a lot of players who've just been MLS and MLS forever, and we'll play a second team in this game. But nonetheless, thank you everyone for the support. Regardless, I think I'll try to post close to daily as possible. I might do more Q&A videos, more other types of videos, just to keep the channel rolling, get more consistent with things, because I really do enjoy posting for you guys, but I just need more, I guess, content and motivation sometimes. So lose 3-0, that's kind of surprising. I didn't think the team I put out was that bad, but nonetheless, we will move on in the simming here against DC United. who was like second last season. So they're usually pretty good. I guess Rooney left to Derby, or he just left and or retired or something. But yeah, we win the next game though, winning that 2-1. So as long as we stay, I mean, we're obviously going to make the playoffs. That's the thing also, guys. Playoffs is really easy to make in MLS. So that's another thing. That's definitely another factor in why I'm simming so much. So sorry if you don't like to see simming, but you can see we're third. We do have other teams with games in hand on this, but I think regardless, we're going to make the playoffs pretty comfortably. As again, a 2-1 victory here. Soto grabbing a goal. Like to see that continue his form against Toronto FC now. They are a conference opponent. So these games can be pretty big, but we'll end up seeing, I think we're simming 2 more games maybe, and we're sitting second with some teams with games in hand behind us. So I think we'll probably could maybe drop to 3rd or 4th in the end. But we are continuing to grab points. That's ideal. You obviously want to win games. We do get a draw. And I think that's kind of the reason why I do the simming also, because I want things to be kind of realistic. So looking at some players here, you can see Reece Park, exciting prospect. He is, so we just kind of flip through a few players here and there. Like I said before, he's pretty good. Showing great potential is Thomas Mathis. He doesn't have really good attributes though, honestly. So that's one thing that I haven't really used him like incredible amount because of that. So we just kind of flip through that right there. We'll go through it once again, because I love you. Has potential to be special is Granado, who is a 78 overall. So really, he's going to be incredible. He's going to be so good. And once he hits that potential, fully hits the potential, he's going to be an incredible goalkeeper. Farfan up to 68. I don't think he has super high potential, but as long as he's above a 70 or something, like 70, even 75, 71, 72, he's going to be a pretty solid MLS fullback. Now, has potential to be special is Tyler Smith. Looks like we got to renew that contract. He's 73 overall, and he's another really good youth academy player we found in this career mode. So, of course, Walston 72 is quite important. Alashe is kind of backup 69. Hagland's a backup as well. I think you can see Walston actually go down to 72. Yeah, with the just he kind of went down, declined a bit within his growth, but he still is quality nonetheless. But we could maybe think about moving. I think maybe Reece back. There's Thomas Mathis back there, who again has showing great potential. He wants a better contract, and I think he is 5'11". He doesn't have really good physicals, but actually his strength's not too bad. Maybe we can move him to center back. We can start training up to be center back also, Mr. Mathis. I do need to change things up with his attire. Exciting prospect again, Reece Park doesn't have the best physical attributes. Actually, like Mathis is a lot better than him physically. Lucas Banks, an exciting prospect, 60 overall. So we've really done well with some of the players we found here. He's another guy who isn't really good physically. Him and Park are pretty much the same. They're not amazing physically, but they're decent with their marking and technical ability, which is why I didn't really show them. I'm sorry. But Julian Green, 72 overall, so good growth there. Of course, Bertone hit the 70. Amaya hit the 70 as well. Love to see that, and he's very happy. Alan Cruz up to the 71, so some good help with their training. I've done to some of the players. Soto up to 70 overall, thanks to quite a bit of training. He does want a better contract, it looks like. Darren Maddox, a 69 nice, who's kind of a backup striker, and he really has tons of pace on him. But thank you, everyone, for all the support. It is nice to see the love you're giving me. As we just kind of flip through the table, you can see we're second, 29 points, but 3 teams have games in hand. So definitely New York City and Columbus Crew could catch up to us. Of course, Columbus is our Ohio rival, I'd say. So we'll see. We can end up seeing them quite a bit in some more matchups. And I think that's kind of a derby, but I think MLS doesn't really have exactly that feel in some ways, except for maybe like Portland, Seattle, and like San Jose, LA, and a few others here and there. But not bad so far. Not bad so far. I think we've done pretty well this season. I think I didn't think I really looked at the objectives or anything, but I think they don't have like amazing objectives for us as far as youth development go. They just want us to sign one more player for the youth academy. They want us to actually reach MLS Cup. Never mind. Oh, they do want us to reach MLS Cup, but it's very low. It's not super important, I guess. But either way, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for your love and support. I appreciate it, everyone. I'll definitely be posting as much as possible from now on, guys. I really do enjoy making content. I just sometimes need the motivation. I've been working a lot to help pay for the bills and stuff like that, because obviously YouTube doesn't pay enough compared to like real jobs and stuff. So I've been working, but I'll try to balance YouTube as much as possible with real life, my guys. But thank you all for your love and support. Hit that like button. I'll be sending out, and I'll be sending out now. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button. I love you. I love you. Yeah, I'll be sending out now, and I'll catch you guys later.